These are ingredients. You combine them and then the recipe happens. They can be combined in various different ways. You have to find the best concoction and then you get the correct results. So this was about cleanup. Now let's look at interpretation of the data. Now answer this quickly. I'm going to show you some numbers. Let's see who can identify things the fastest way. Which is the highest number? Third lowest number. Which products did similar business? Which product did worst in the last month? These are the questions we ask to ourselves when we see data, assuming it's palatable. If there were 5,000 rows, obviously you wouldn't ask yourself that. But 25 numbers, 5 products, 5 months. Still, it takes time. Why? Because however good you are at business, our mind is not tuned to assimilating so many numbers together and giving you answers. But Excel is. So now obviously you can find these answers either by looking at it or using some formulas. But I may have so many such questions when I'm analyzing my day-to-day business. So how do you analyze? Is the question. Numbers, 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 difficult. So the natural answer would be to create a chart. So what kind of chart would you like? Line or bar or stacked bar, whatever. Let's start with the simplest, line chart. Now remember, why are we drawing a chart? To make it easier for us to understand what's happening. So is this chart making it easier? Okay, there are no numbers. Let's put numbers. Now is it easier? So in practice, there are two kinds of charts. One is to really understand and one is to confuse the audience. So if you want the audience not to ask a single question on your business, then show this chart and say, I'm sure you have understood, and quickly go to next slide. But if you want to understand yourself, you can't use this chart. Let's try a bar chart. Maybe it's useful. It's slightly better than, but it gives you one dimension clearly. Within a month you can understand products clearly, but across months it becomes difficult. So there is a better way now. What we do is ask Excel to put a bar chart, but within the cell. And that is done by going to Home, Conditional Formatting, Data Bars. Which color do you like? Give me one color. Orange. Done. Now all the answers which I asked you will be much faster to understand and more. No formula, no calculation, no extra chart. And this is conditional formatting. Conditional formatting means what? It's not hard coded, it's dynamic. So how did this guy figure it out? He looked at the data, smallest, largest, all other bars are proportionate. Which also means if I change something, everything else gets readjusted. It also means if I can show something negative, it will show me on the other side. Now many of us are trying to struggle to create this kind of chart. This is not possible so easily in a regular chart, because in the regular chart the data will be put on top or bottom or middle. This is native data and a chart. And for PowerPoint you may want to just show it as it is without numbers, because in PowerPoint when you are explaining it to others, you have already finished analyzing, you are just conveying your conclusions to the audience. So you can easily copy this, but it is also possible to reduce the confusion because you are showing the overall pattern. You can say show only the bar and then you can copy paste into PowerPoint. It looks much better. Now when you copy paste into PowerPoint, nothing works. You know that. Right? People spend millions of man days every day across the world copy pasting the wrong way. So let me address that anyway. Now remember, this is looking nice and big and clear. I do this, go to PowerPoint, try to paste it. None of it will work. It will be a very frustrating experience. First of all, it's too small. So what is our reaction? So this is bad. So we first try to enlarge it. Okay. Now it is enlarged, but those bars are not seen. But never mind, at least those numbers should be seen properly. So we say grow font. Now see how bad it looks. Now this number is touching that border, isn't it? So I have seen people go there and struggle. Spacebar goes on the other side. You got it? So I have seen people do something like this: Jan, then tab, Feb. You may not be doing it, maybe your assistant, someone does it, believe me. This is how we waste time in life. And people are paid for that. So what do we do? Very, very important. No, don't even go to pay special. Don't do anything. Wait. Take a pause. Resist the urge of undo. Resist the urge of repairing it with your own innovation manually. Stop. And then look at the screen.
You missed one out there.
Yes.
But I hate Microsoft.
Yes. Wait. Look at the screen. Yes, you did not get what you wanted, but something else happened there. So as I mentioned earlier, in a given situation, only one action can happen by default. Like when you drag drop, the default action was just copy the text of the mail to task. Other options are given here. Now, even if those options are given there are 5 of them. One of them is relevant to you, other 4 are useless to you. How will you know which one? Even if you have the courage to click on it and have the patience to click on each one of them, assuming the last one is the most useful, you will have to do undo 4 times till you reach the last one. So now that is also taken care of. You just move your cursor there, it will tell you if you choose this option, this is how it is going to look. If you choose this option, this is how it will look. But this is embed. That means your entire Excel file gets embedded. Please don't do that, because you just wanted to show this much, 25 cells. It will have all other sheets also visible to a smart person who double clicks on that. So don't do it. What we really want is to just display this. So picture. If you had gone the pay special route, there are problem. Why did I say don't go to pay special? Because you know it's a picture, but there are 4 types of pictures. Now you get confused even further. Which picture? This or this. So the best picture is enhanced meta file. Okay? And when you choose it from here, it implicitly chooses enhanced meta file, the best one for you. So that's why I said use this. And this guy can be enlarged without a problem, without losing anything.
Can you go to OneNote please, very quickly?
OneNote, yes.
Underneath the line.
Sure. So is this useful?
Sorry,
Yeah.
that file.
Yeah.
Is there a simple click to make it full screen?
Oh, this guy?
Yep.
No. There is no easy way to make it full screen, because PowerPoint has limited space and people try to cram many things into it, which should not be done, but people still do. Because they cram, there may be more than one object on it. So it's up to the discretion of the user to size it. But there is one important thing to know. When you copy paste anything from outside PowerPoint, remember, not inside PowerPoint, it is pasted exactly in the center of the slide, which is a good thing. Now if you enlarge it, you will enlarge it. It will become larger, but it will get off-centered. So again you struggle to put it in the center. So don't do that. Do like this. So it remains in the center and enlarges. So again. So any question?
What was that last case track?
So you press Control key on the keyboard while resizing anything in any version, any product of Office. It will retain its current position and enlarge. It's called enlarge from center, or resize from center rather. Size up or down doesn't matter. Now you'll notice that if this goes out, you see these guys don't have a background color at all. Right now this is a black and white slide, so you don't see the difference. If I apply some other design, you will not like it because the background color of the slide is being seen. Now you'll think in Excel it is nice and white. Why is it not reproducing that white color there? The reason is, if you go to this cell and see what is the fill, it is no fill. It's the worksheet color which is showing through. So if you really want to put it opaque, before you copy paste, make sure the color is whatever you like. But when you do that, grids are gone. This grid is a virtual grid. It's not something you told to draw in gray color. It is only for convenience that it is there. You can shut it off. So before you copy paste, make sure you draw a grid. By default, the grid may be black in color. It is too prominent. Don't use a black colored grid in PowerPoint because it distracts the real meaning of what you are trying to show. So make sure when you draw a grid, go to more borders, choose a lighter gray color like the one we are used to in PowerPoint, then say none, then say outline, then say inside. So nice light gray. Then go to PowerPoint, add a slide, paste it, click here, picture, enlarge from sides, and now irrespective of what design you apply, it will not get confused. It's that simple. So just follow your intuition, start using what you see on screen, and life becomes easy. It's not rocket science at all. In fact, we are very good at rocket science, we are not so good at office. Alright, so let me show you one nice product. Let me ask you, how many of you use this product called OneNote? So we have one person using OneNote. That's a good joke. Generally that is the percentage of people who use OneNote, but everyone has it. So let me show you how useful this is. What is OneNote? Anyone carrying normal organizer diary? It's an electronic version of a normal organizer, paper based. We have a diary. Within the diary we have sections like this, and within sections we have pages. So I can add as many sections as I want. I can add as many pages and I can make the page as long as I want. Very simple. You can have different kinds of pages. By default you have to purchase that paper and you have to choose what kind of stationery you like. Some like grid, some like blank, some like notebook style. So you can actually choose templates when you are adding new things. So let's say you like the standard lecture notes kind of thing. You can have simple, these are ready-made templates by the way. You like blank, size, all sorts of things, small grid. Sometimes people like this kind of thing. So whatever you like, all of them are available. You need not use, you can just use a blank one if you like. You can have more stylized ones also if you like. The idea is, what do we do with this? Normally we use Word to take notes, or paper, normal paper. So let's say you were taking notes in my session right now. One of the biggest problem with taking notes, whether you are attending a session or part of a meeting or a brainstorming, whatever it is, your brain can do only one thing, either take notes or participate. So while you are writing notes, obviously you can't listen or take part in what's going on. Because of that we tend to take cryptic short notes, and because of that we lose the detail. So it's a catch-22. You have to balance how much detail you want to go to and how much you want to participate. Never mind. This guy gives you one very nice feature called record. So whatever is going on is being recorded now. No questions asked. Of course, nowadays laptops have what is called as an array mic, which is a much wider coverage area, so normal discussion would be heard. So because now you know that everything which is being said is being recorded, you don't have to worry about taking detailed notes. You just note down the key points, which means you get more time to participate actively or listen actively, imbibe the lecture, whatever the context may be. Let's say I tell you, many people ask me which is the good book for office. So let's say I tell you a book. There is a series by Microsoft. It's called Inside Out. There are books for Word, Excel, like that. So this is one important thing, you note it down. Now let's say you want to find out whether your company does have license for OneNote. Okay, so this kind of random notes you are taking while I am showing you. Okay, these are 3 sentences, but are they same contextually? No. This is a book I am trying to read. What is the point in writing it down? I have to go to a bookstore and buy it. I am not going to go now, but maybe next week I am going to a bookstore During my last